Hello students, hope you all are doing very well. Today we will start with using painting colors. First thing foremost, always keep a newspaper below for your work area, be it in school, at home or on table or floor. Secondly, in your drawing sheet or A4 sheet or your file paper, you must always have a margin. The date has to be on the left hand side top corner, the topic has to be in the center, and there has to be space for teacher's signature. Now, a few basic things I want to tell you girls. One thing, suppose you have a new set of painting colors. You will find that when you open that set, you will find that there is a layer of oil on top. Now you might think that this is water and you might just start using it, just directly. Caution to you, always whenever you buy a new paint or whenever you open a new color, there is a oil layer and this is not water, which you must always, you hold a pencil or you can hold the back of your pencil or even your back of a brush, and you must always mix it very well till the bottom of the color. Now why is this? This oil is actually a savior. It saves your color from getting dry. You must have noticed that suppose you don't use painting colors for a few weeks or days or months, they get dry. Now once you have mixed that oil till the bottom to the entire color, this color will never get dry. So please always remember that you must always mix the color very well till the bottom so that your color will never get dried. Secondly, once you have mixed the color and suppose you're not going to use the color for another 2 days, 1 week, you must always close it tightly and put it upside down. This will save your color from drying. You can keep it for a year also, it will not dry. These things you must always keep in mind. Thirdly, we have a habit of, like what we do is we have brushes with us, 2-3 brushes with us. We have a habit of keeping the brushes maybe in a water container like this. Once we have kept the brush inverted down, it will get a twisted shape. You can see the shape. Whatever you may do, you may press it, you may do whatever, it will never get back to the shape. So you must always remember never to put your brush for very long. Of course, when we have to wash the brush or clean the brush, we have to dip it down. But don't leave it for, hours together in the container bent down. Thirdly, your brush must be cleaned very nicely. Girls, these bristles, they will always have, if you don't clean your paint, if you don't clean the paint nicely, it will remain. And next time, suppose you have just let your brush kept here like this and maybe you have just rinsed it off. You rinsed it off, you think the color has gone, the color has not gone. You have to clean it up so that, because next time when we use, suppose I want to use it in yellow, I want to use it in white, this shade will definitely go in. So I must definitely clean my brush and I must always keep a duster with me, an old piece of cloth with me, so that I can wipe out my brush with it. Right? Now, one more thing, girls, we have a habit, at times we are a little lazy to get up. And what we do is we use the same brush for different colors, or we use, we don't want to clean it up. So I'm just going to open you and show you, this is white color actually. And what is the color inside? So what have we done? This mistake, and I know you all are smiling right now and giggling and remembering those days when you have done this mistake. So okay, whatever has been done. Let's not do it again. Let us, store our colors, treasure our colors, because this will bring our drawings to a very colorful impact, and we will make our world very beautiful. So okay, so this is one thing which I wanted to tell you. Now we will take a fresh sheet. The margin is drawn, the space is there, and we will start our work. But to show you, because this is your first time, we will practice on a rough paper. Now on a rough paper, The first thing, how to use painting colors. First thing is the dry brush effect. I will just show you. Second is flat coloring. Third is watercolor effect. Now what is dry brush effect? Dry brush effect can be achieved for, when we get oil paints. We give that dry brush effect. But today we will learn how to give the dry brush effect with poster colors and not spending too much money on your paints. I'm just mixing the oil. Since I've opened a new bottle, I am mixing the oil. Now, dry brush effect means that we are not using water at all. We are just using a brush directly. What we can do is, if we have a bigger area to color, we can take out our color in a color mixing plate. And suppose we don't have a color mixing plate, we can do it on a normal plate which is with us at home. Now dry brush effect, we will just take a little bit of a color and we will dab it. Give it that dabbing effect. We will give that dabbing effect. So this effect looks very good when we have to show the ground, the grass, the trees, the clouds. We can give that dry brush effect. If we want to give the single color, we can just continue wherever our area that we need to cover with dry brush effect. Suppose we want 2-3 colors. Suppose we want to add 2-3 colors. Then we will suppose we want to add 2-3 colors. We will blend it there and then. We will blend it there and then. Yes. So one thing that we have to be careful about, that we will use a different brush or we will have to clean our brush. If we clean our brush, we will wet our brush. So it is better to use any brush that I have, and I will use that brush for the different color that I want to give. And just observe that I am giving that dabbing effect. Can you see, students, in your screen that we are giving a dabbing effect? Now, suppose I want to give a darker effect. Suppose I want to give it a darker effect. So what will I do? I will not use black color. Black is a very strong color. So I will use blue to give the darker effect, and I will blend it up. I will blend it up. If you can see, my brush is going in the dabbing effect. So once I have done that, I can again, because I don't want to see the blue, I want to see a darker green, I can blend it over again. And I can give my desired effect. Hope dry brush effect is clear to all of you. Now, the second effect is flat coloring effect. For flat coloring effect, girls, we have to use a plate, a color mixing plate or any plate that we have at home. For this purpose, what we need to do is we need to mix the color that we need in a color mixing plate. Right now I'm taking a very small amount, but depending on the area that you have to color, you will add a few drops of water and mix it well. You will practice it that whether you have achieved it correct or not. Right now, this is, as you can see, this is coming out perfectly fine. Suppose I would have added more of water. Suppose I would have added more of water in it, my effect would have come little watery. It would have come a little watery. We do not want the water effect. Suppose I would have added less of water, then it would have come dry. My brush would have not been able to move. Suppose I would have taken that, then it would have come a patchy effect, as we call it, a patchy effect, where my brush strokes are visible. So this is the ideal, where right now, another thing, if you see some kind of bubbles, it means that the oil has not mixed very well with the color. I purposely wanted to show you this. Can you see bubbles? That means that oil in that new bottle has not mixed. So we have to mix it very well again, right? Okay, wonderful. So this is the flat coloring effect that we will have. Flat coloring again, we know that we will go in one direction. Either we go this way or we go left to right. But one thing that you need to keep in mind, girls, that you will, once you have prepared your color, you will not continue adding water to make it more. If we add more water, we will get this watery effect. Is it clear? Good. Wonderful. So the third effect. Now we come to the third effect. Third effect is watercolor effect. Now watercolor effect can be achieved by two methods. Two methods are, what are those two methods? One is by adding water. Adding water is like when we have taken color in a color mixing plate, we have added more of water. We have added more of water. So when we add more of water and we do a little bit of a painting, we get that watercolor effect. In this watercolor effect, at this time also, we can add whatever color we want to add, and we can give that blended effect, right? The second way is by applying water. Applying water means that what will I do? I will take a clean brush and I will apply water to my desired place of work. I will apply water and then I will take my color and I will just apply it on the wet area. Can you see how beautifully it mixes and blended? It just, spreads on its own. I have taken fresh color right now. Suppose I want to add a little bit of a shading with it. I want to add a little bit of a color to it. I can do it right now and I can give a beautiful effect of blended ground or trees or sky or whatever. So these are the three effects: dry brush, flat and watercolor effect. Watercolor in two ways. One, by adding water in a color mixing plate. Second, by applying water on a paper. I hope you all have enjoyed this painting class. Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Take care. God bless.